89 CAVS is back. We took a week off because we were either COVID positive or COVID adjacent. I feel like we were around COVID if we didn't have it. So everybody got healthy and we're back. How we do? Steve, how are you doing?
Bro, I'm doing so much better. The COVID got the best of me. So, your boy was just inside watching YouTube. Yeah, I seen a whole bunch of like content creators playing basketball, and it's wild. They just be traveling. Dude. Like, if they're not pushing you, they're just traveling, bro. And I'm like, yo, how did you get a following off of just traveling? Like, it's crazy.
So speaking of that, we weren't planning on talking about this, but so Gilbert Arenas his show is sponsored by and presented by Underdog. Yeah. And so they're doing this like shooting contest. And I know one of the guys who's like participating in the shooting contest, and him and Josiah were like reviewing footage of their jumpers and then just like trashing them on the show. And I do think it is one of those things where in theory it sounds really nice until you're in a shooting contest against a professional basketball player. You know?
Now correct me if I'm wrong. They're playing like a glorified game of like hotspot, right? It's not like you're taking balls off the rack and just shooting them shits like a 3-point contest, correct?
I think it is off the rack, but it's not like I think the rack moves around in a hotspot way. Like it's just not all threes.
I'm putting my money on Lexi Brown. Lexi Brown gonna smoke. If Lexi Brown don't smoke him, Brendan Jennings, do it for me.
So I know Jack Settleman and who's participating in it, and his over under, I think, because Underdog, which I think is really funny, you can like bet on their pick'ems for over unders of how many jumpers they make, which is hilarious because it's like 10.5.
How many jumpers out of what?
I don't know how many shots there. I think it's like a timed thing, and his is at 10.5. But he famously states that he's not a shooter, like he's a hustle guy. He is like a Pat Bev of basketball, and I think that's not a shooting competition is not ideal.
Damn, man, sports gambling is gone far. I'm not gonna say too far because can't mess up those brand deals. It's a little far if I can get on the app and just bet on a random dude hitting jumpers. That's a little crazy.
Yo, y'all think in sports that's crazy. People are just crazy. I swear to you, people in my hood used to bet on the weather. Like, are we dead ass? No. The weather? Yo, I swear to everything I love.
But like how specific is that? Is that like degrees, or are we talking like it's gonna rain? And somebody's like, no, it's not.
I got you. Yo, bro, play me one-on-one. Nah, it's gonna rain tomorrow. Yo, I bet you $25 is not gonna rain. That's the type of shit they was doing in my hood, and they'll really put $25 up. And I'm like, yo, it's the weather, dog. Like, that's, you know great. What I'm saying?
That's great.
I respect that. I respect that as long as it's not on the app.
Yeah.
Nah, no app.
No, you got to do that with your homies. You got to be face to face. You can't be logging on the app like,
this is back in the
plus
day.
250.
I do love that. I do love that he's like, not only are you going to pay me when I bust your ass, you're also going to pay me when we have to play because it didn't rain. Like, you're going to pay me 2 times tomorrow.
Yo, man.
That's great. Oh, man. All right, we got to start with Siakam, right? Because I feel like, Steve, you were reserved in the text thread because you have some takes. I feel like my take, I thought I was going to have a pretty common take, and then based on how everyone's reacting, I don't think mine is. So I'm excited to talk about it. But just like, so Siakam goes to the Pacers. The Raptors get Bruce Brown, who will be there for, I don't know. I'd encourage Bruce Brown to look into Airbnbs. I wouldn't buy Bruce because Bruce, you're probably coming to New York or Miami or maybe back to Denver, LA. Bruce is gone soon. And then they got 3 first. Yeah, he's gone. Jordan Nwora, I think, is in the deal, which doesn't matter. And then Kira Lewis from the Pelicans. Sorry, Kira, but this probably doesn't matter either. And then 3 first-round picks, 2 of them are this year. So it's the Pacers' first-round pick, and then it's like the worst first-round pick of the Clippers, I think the Rockets, the Nuggets, and then the Thunder. So really it's like 2 late-ish first-round picks, and then a 2026 first round. So 3 first-rounders, Jordan Nwora, Kira Lewis, and Bruce Brown. And the Pacers get Siakam for at least the next 2 months, and then Siakam is a free agent, and then I'm assuming they did a wink-wink handshake, and he stays with the Pacers. So we'll see. But I guess I don't know. I feel like Justin should go first, and then Steve is going to unload some fury that I'm excited about. But I don't know. What were your thoughts, Justin, when you saw that go down?
I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Look, Siakam feels a need for him. They get a nice another guy. They have like a 1-2 punch with Halliburton and Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really give up much. I guess those you could say picks are something, but I'm starting to get over on picks, man. You could get picks and end up like the Pistons. Like, what does it mean? They've already hit the like home run with Halliburton, so it's not like they need to hit another home run. Not everybody needs to like the Thunder or anything. So yeah, those picks will be fine. And Bruce Brown, like he's a better fit. If Siakam's a better fit than him, and Bruce Brown, I mean, he's the only on that team because he had to cash out. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, he'd still be on the Nuggets. So he's gonna, like you said, be on a different team or whatever. Yeah, I think it gives them a good like second guy, and they start building towards the next season. I don't think they're higher tier of team than they would be. Like, I don't think standings wise, especially with Halliburton's injury, they're going to be around the same. They're not really threats to beat anybody at the top of the East except the Bucks, and they were already threats to beat them. So, like, that's one thing. And also, I bet, especially because he straight up came out and said, like, I'm not really trying to go to Sacramento. I wouldn't sign there. I bet that like Indiana had a wink deal. Like, yeah, we're just gonna max you.
I do love the idea that like Sacramento's not for him, but Indianapolis is. Like,
yeah, I don't know why that is, but maybe it's like he's not trying to play with Domas up there. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Just hates vegetables, or hates vegetables. I guess that would be a reason.
He could just not be on the West.
Yeah, he's just a Central Coast guy. Central Time, not Coast. Steve, what about you? What were your thoughts when you saw it go down?
So I wasn't fully aware of the Bruce Brown situation. I thought Bruce Brown was about to be in Canada with his lovely baby mama and just like doing what he got to do with the other boys. But I think the Raptors won the trade because one, the dude, Siakam not staying in Toronto. That's one. Two, you got picks. You don't know what the picks could be. Your boy Jokic got picked 45, and look at them now. They could get some crazy shit you don't know. So I'm not mad at the picks, and you basically gave up nothing for it. But if y'all think Siakam is staying in Indiana, you're crazy. My man is from Cameroon. Yo, why would he stay in the state of Indiana? Are you insane, bro? He's going to finish the rest of the year and test the waters, bro. Like Africa and Indiana, nah, that the math is not math. That's not a good solution. You get what I'm saying? And also, I think he could probably there's been a common thing about the Indiana Pacers. They have this much salary cap, can't get nobody to stay in that motherfucker. And you think Siakam is gonna be like, nah, he's gonna get bread somewhere else, bro.
So the only thing that I could think of is I like, as corny as he could be sometimes, I think Halliburton is like a good dude to be around. He seems like infectious, right? Mm-hmm. And I could see if they go in there and say they, because I agree with Justin, like I don't think they're going to be like all of a sudden a 3 seed in the Eastern Conference Finals or anything. But I think they're like, I don't think anybody's going to be pumped to play the Pacers in the first round, right? Because you still have Miles Turner, Siakam. It'll probably be like Aaron Nesmith, and then Halliburton, and who am I forgetting? Is it like Buddy or Benedict Mathurin, or I'm forgetting somebody else right there, whoever the 5 is. But like top. They still have top and 2. And I think like I could see it being a situation where like the Pacers are like frisky competitive, kind of like like a poor version of what the Kings were last year. They lose in the first round in like 6 or 7. And then the Pacers can pay them, I think, just as much as anybody else can. So unless there's unless he really wants to go to Philly, because Philly is going to have a lot of money. And that one makes a little bit more sense because, him and Embiid have a connection. And then all of a sudden you have Maxey and what'd you say?
I said they're both from Cameroon, right?
Yeah. They're both African. And you know what West Philly has? Nothing but African restaurants. If there's an African restaurant in Indiana, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Because you know who owns it? Someone Caucasian. You feel me?
Yes, I do. No,
Hey, hold on. Don't sleep. The first time I had Ethiopian was in Reykjavik, Iceland. And it was and it was fire. So you never know.
Justin, Iceland is not Indiana. Iceland, my man's is in water. There's soccer teams. There's culture. Motherfuckers be doing dances with pipes and shit. Yo, it's Indiana. They got open sandwiches with sausages cut in half.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I will say I did Google search African restaurant in Indianapolis, and I'm not seeing a single one with over 4 stars.
Yo,
not even like a cursory 4.3. It's just all 4s.
Yo, I'm telling you, because it's facts. Because I understand Indiana running gun team defense.
Yeah.
You don't think about it. Oh, now we have a defensive threat right here. It makes sense on a trade, but you got to understand, my man is African, so you should. And he's like, yo, bro, just if y'all trade me, I ain't signing this. Everybody heard this. He said,
I know.
That
feels to me, that feels like an underreported thing that happened today, because everybody was just like assuming because they gave up that much that he must be re-signing. But I mean, he was pretty vocal about it. And like, he liked being in Toronto too. That was part of the reason why he was just like, Toronto, why don't you pay me? And Toronto was like, well, we know better, man. We've had you. Like, we can't give you a max deal. So I don't know. I do think, like, because everybody was shitting on the trade too. I don't think it's that bad if he re-signs. Like, if it's 3 mid to late first round picks and Bruce Brown, I mean, I think Toronto made out okay. Toronto gets a bunch of picks. They get Bruce Brown, who I'm assuming they're gonna trade, get more assets for. I think it's like good for both of them. But everybody's like, oh man, they got fleeced. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, Siakam's still really good. I don't think people like Siakam, but I think that's still a good. But again, if he leaves, if you traded all that for like 3 months of basketball and a first round exit, that'll set you back. I'm
going in assuming he won't leave. Like, I think Philly is the other place that makes sense, but they might not even. I mean, there could be some issues with them trying to give Maxey money, already having Embiid and not one of the third max guy, and he may not want to be the third dude on that team, and may just sit in Indianapolis and can. I mean, honestly, be the lead scorer on a actual team in the East in the playoffs. So, yeah, I think it makes him good, and it'll make it fun. First thing I thought when I saw this trade is I looked at the standings and like, can we please get a first round Bucks Pacers matchup? I want it even more now with Siakam because they've already been busting ass, and if we could give like the Pacers a little more size on the wing, let's go.
Well, because when you said that, Justin, I immediately was like, nah, the Pacers are going to be too good. But I think the Eastern Conference has graduated from a church league to a mega church league. We're like, we're in the Joel Osteens of church, where there's some like illegal financial activities happening. Because right, like, you still have those top 3 of like Bucks, Celtics, and Sixers. But like the Cavs, even though like the Cavs went through all those injuries, they keep winning. The Knicks look pretty good since that trade. The Magic are still hanging around. The Pacers are now, they make this trade. And fucking Miami, man. Miami could have 19 dudes out. And they're like, well, they won 94-92 last night. Like, they find just a bunch of random dudes to come out and play. And so I think like we still could see Pacers Bucks in the first round. Which, you're right, that would be so fun.
That would be fire. Yeah. That would be insane.
Yeah, because even if the way Embiid is playing, like, Philly is probably. God, I could definitely see Philly catching the Bucks slipping. The Pacers might waver depending on how long Halliburton's out. I think that'll be a fun first round matchup. That's what I'm rooting for. Because otherwise, I don't care anything about the first round matchups in the East. They don't look good at all.
It's like, Atlanta.
No even possible configuration. No, but we got to ban Atlanta. That's another conversation.
Hold on, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Trae Young. He colder. He's fun to watch. Like, Trae Young is fake ass Chris Brown. Fake ass Chris Brown is lit. What's my man? DeJounte. He's popping, bro. My man off the bench.
Bogdan. Yeah, they got Jalen Johnson. This young kid, Jalen Johnson, is awesome too. But like Quinn Snyder, you want to talk about being like, you leave a job and then you take the first job that's presented to you instead of just like searching, just like stay on Indeed a little bit longer. You don't have to accept right away. And you could get any colored rims. You know what I mean? You don't need the red frames for Atlanta. Right. You go coach anyone else, man. Anyone else.
I assumed he did that because he has a cocaine problem. and he needs to. Yo, he look like he do wild lines. No front.
He
No
looks
front.
like a villain in Batman. That's all I see. That is all I see.
I see straight up. Yo, you want to do a line? I'm like, yo, broski, I don't even know you.
Yeah, he either looks like a bad guy in Batman or a good guy in True Detective. Like that's
for sure.
Yo,
For sure.
I mean, that's public. That's perfect.
All right, we're not supposed to talk about Atlanta. Anything else we need to get out about that trade? I mean, I don't know. Toronto, I think, is going to be kind of fun to watch while they lose.
Super.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to them for not having 3 dudes who play the same position anymore and letting Scotty Barnes cook. They finally got there.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, and Emmanuel Quickly's fun. I'm glad I was making fun of Knicks fans how they were all crying for the guy that was playing 9 minutes a game for him, but I'm happy he is free. Like he looks fun over there.
No,
it's fair to make fun of Knicks fans, dog. They convinced us Kevin Knox would be good. They still got to pay.
Yeah, I like that you froze. That was like karma there. That you.
He saw
you're back. You're back.
He's back.
Well, hey, Justin, I think if you had to break it down, though, Kevin Knox is considered good for Detroit right now, right? Like he is one of your better players.
Yep.
Wait, should we just do Detroit right now? You want to get some stuff off your chest? Yeah, let's get the job. Where's the job?
Detroit basketball. Detroit basketball.
We gotta update that graphic with Alec Burks.
Yo, hey, look, you know what? I gotta be honest. I came on here and I was talking crazy. I said he was shooting like 20%, and he was shooting terribly for a solid 8 weeks. But all of a sudden his jumper came back, and now Alec Burks is out here balling. He had 34 the other game.
Dude, I love Alec Burks because he believes he is like Ray Allen. Like he comes out there and he's like, I could probably get this off. Like, yeah,
and honestly, if you were Alec Burks, you walked into practice at the business facility every day, you would think the same thing. You'd be like, yeah, I should be taking these shots. Instead of who? Killian? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know if you saw this today, Justin, but James Edwards III posted a video interview of Danilo Gallinari. And I think he had like his microphone up here, but the camera was down here that he was recording with. So it looked like Danilo was like looking down a little bit. And I mean, he just looked so sad. It was like on a a thumb smudge iPhone print. Like, and Danilo's just like, yeah, here I am in Detroit in January. Happy to be here. And I'm like, oh man.
Hey man, you know what? He's gonna have a fun job of playing camp counselor for the last part of his contract, trying to teach these young guys how to play basketball and averaging his little 13 points a game. What a trade, by the way. What a trade.
But Marvin Bagley, what was it? Marvin Bagley, Isaiah Livers. Wait, you should tell us, what was the clip you sent us from the NBA Ringer show about the group chat clip?
Yeah, the group chat. Was it who said that?
I think it was Justin Verrier from the Ringer.
It may have been who while breaking down the trade said Marvin Bagley, decent big off the bench. Isaiah Livers, who quite frankly, garbage.
That shit was insane.
That's something we would say, but usually not people from reputable.
I mean, statistically, he is garbage, and that's not. You got to recognize that he was starting NBA games while shooting 25% as a 3-and-D guy who neither threes nor Ds. He does not. He's bad at both of those. He's not a good defender, and he can't hit threes. And he's having his worst year from three. It's impressive that he remains in the league, and I wish him the best. But all I would just search Twitter. I sent you a screenshot. My recent searches, the second one, it was like Monty Williams, Isaiah Livers. Like I would search every game just for hate tweets about Isaiah Livers because you don't understand, man. I don't watch a lot of basketball. I've been busy, so I haven't seen a lot of games. I've taken my time to watch Pistons, and I watched this. Remember that Kevin Garnett clip where he's yelling from the sidelines?
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking about Isaiah Livers.
Oh, well, so where are you at now? Like, Cade has missed some time. They just got to win over Kyle Kuzma, which shout out Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma flying a little too close to the sun around Christmas time,
Yep.
and
You know,
came
he's
back to earth.
Kyle Kuzma, I believe he's from Flint, Michigan. He was too high off that Lions win, so he had to help the city out, give the Pistons a win. I respect that.
Letting you have the week of your life.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, the Pistons are 2-0 when the team completes a trade 24 hours before they play them. So maybe we get some more trades coming up. We could get some more wins. Honestly, I like the trade because, like I said, Isaiah Livers straight garbage. Marvin Bagley, better than James Wiseman, but he would not play for like 8 games, and then Monty Williams would say, "Oh, I'm just giving my Wiseman a chance," which doesn't make sense. So at least Gallinari is an NBA player. The team is still going to be bad. I'm truly just happy Isaiah Livers is on the team. If we could take out Killian Hayes too, take him off the team, not take him out.
Good clarification.
Take him out of the starting lineup. Let's clarify.
It did sound like a murder.
Yo,
I did put my hands together too.
Yeah.
Like,
You can kill that man.
We gotta kill Killian right now.
no, I just don't want to see him on my basketball team. Then I'd be happy, man. Look, I don't think the Pistons are gonna finish with the worst record. I'm not gonna like how they get there. I think they're gonna make a real dumb trade.
I see what you're saying. Like they're gonna go get Bruce Brown.
I think they might get like 12, 13 wins.
Wow. So they have 3 right now, right? 3 right now. Do you? I know you had mentioned this. Were there a couple of like Monty Williams things you needed to get off your chest too?
Oh yeah, you know, a big part of the reason they won, even though Kate was out, is because Jaden Ivey played, which is a big thing. And then he also played Osir Thomas because he couldn't play Isaiah Livers. There was somebody who sent out a tweet every game, just like how many minutes Osir Thompson has played and how many Isaiah Livers was, and Isaiah Livers would be playing like 28 minutes, and then Osir would get 7.
Monty's high.
Young players, and he went to a team with young players. He's only here for the money. It's clear. It's weird that like every podcast, I listened to an athletic podcast today. I think like they're like Nerder one, and they just like instead of saying Monty was a bad coach, they were just saying like, it's interesting that Jaden Ivey does better when the coach puts him in. I don't know what kind of goodwill Monty Williams has gotten over the press, but he's doing absolute fucking terrible job.
It's crazy too because every quote that comes out, it's like if I had to talk to someone that had never played basketball before and be like, hey, listen, they're about to ask you some questions about basketball. You're just gonna say like 4 or 5 things. Those are the things that he's saying. He's like, yeah, maybe we have to stretch the floor a little bit more, get some open shots. Like, what? Yeah. Of course you got to do that.
No. You made that sound like something somebody would say in the flow of a conversation. His exact quote was, "We're starting to figure out that we can score when we space the floor properly." Bro, they teach you that the first day you play basketball.
Yeah,
they teach you don't stand in a crowd of people. If you watch 6-year-olds play basketball, they're telling them, get away.
And then there was that clip. I think it was after he talked to the press. They had just lost a game. I forget who they had played that night. And it's just like a quick 4-second clip of him walking away. And he was holding his head in the way that you would just talk to maybe you were getting yelled at or somebody was unloading a little too much on you, their emotional stuff that was going on. And you just like the second you're free from it and you're alone, you're kind of like, oh God, like that was like a lot of work to get through that. But that was what he was doing after coaching his basketball team. And I'm like, money can't buy happiness.
Yeah,
that's
look,
what we learned.
I'll just say one more. We don't have to linger on this. I know I'm ranting at this point, but he said the quote James Edwards tweeted out. He's like, Williams said there was a big organizational meeting yesterday, and one thing that was pointed out to Williams was Ivy as the lead ball handler hasn't happened much. His quote, "I have to eat it. I wish I did it earlier." Motherfucker, did you watch the Pistons all last year? He was the point guard. Jaden Ivey was the point guard of the team for half the year. He had the ball in his hands. He's like, oh, let me give the ball to the fastest dude on the team, the best guard who's not Cade. Ooh. Brother, what does Killian Hayes have on Monty Williams?
That's what I'm saying. I want to know what highlight mixtape reel he saw on TikTok that was like, man, we got to give Killian the ball.
Look, Jaden Ivey messes up all the time. He goes fast. He makes poor turnovers, but he's like the fastest dude on the court. He kept scoring because people couldn't stay in front of him when he had the ball.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know. Have you watched any other point guards we talked about or are going to talk about? They all can do that.
That's a good skill to have.
Killian Hayes airballed a floater from 3 feet away in that same game.
That shit was insane. That, bro, I would for the next game, DNP. If I'm thinking, bro, you can't play until you apologize to your teammates about that. Now don't apologize to me. Apologize to them because that's crazy.
Tesla said with a little $2 super chat says great seats still available at Little Caesars. And then Adam Clevenger said Detroit is so excited to eventually play Monty Morris over the youth. Good man.
Brother, they said, oh, we gotta wait to see what the team looks like with Monty back. It like, bro, they're gonna be bad.
we got the Wizards tape from last year. We know what this will look like.
Why you think Monty Morris came to the Pistons? He's from here and he knew he could run.
Yeah.
He's not here to win games. He's here to get paid and get run.
Oh man! All right, so we can't talk about Detroit anymore.
I'll just yell. Look, last thing. I'm sorry for all the texts I just sent you that say Killian Hayes or plays the bad Pistons. I'll calm down.
No, it's the best. It's the best. I've now learned. I think I said this last week, but there was one text you sent where it was towards the end of a game and it was all caps Killian Hayes, and I was like, oh shit, Killian Hayes tied it up. And then I saw the replay, and it was just like a really bad play. But I guess this is like a natural pivot over here from Adam in the chat. He said, did I miss the Gigi Jackson talk? Yeah. Is it time to talk about Gigi, Steve?
That man was balling. Because you know what was crazy? I was watching this match like, all right, this shit gonna definitely be like a blowout. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I looked at the starting lineup, right? Not even knowing like who, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on in Memphis? And they still managed to bust that ass. Yo, I know Gigi when he left, after he did the little TNT game done, whatever talk, he was feeling like Elvis Presley in that motherfucker. Like he was feeling like 3-6 Mafia up in Memphis, bro. He was the man, dog. What? Yo.
His reaction talking to Shaq post game was one of like the sweetest things ever. Where he's just like, oh my God, I'm talking to Shaq. It's like me at the first DCM after party. It's like, oh my God, is that Nick Kroll? Is that Jason Mantzoukas staring at younger women? In a respectful way.
No. Unload the Draco.
They were all. Hey, look.
I like
all
that.
Of age.
Oh, I didn't mean like Josh Giddey, who has been cleared of charges. That was announced before we went live. No, it was all above board. It was more
DiCaprio.
It was more DiCaprio. Jason Mantzoukas, the Leonardo DiCaprio of the improv scene.
Nah, that's a fact.
This is not what we're talking about. But the only thing I remember from that is he had a breast pocket that just had a natty light in it, just sitting in it like that. And I was like, man, I was there.
I was there. I know exactly. He had a white shirt, right? It was like loose-ass button up. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Oh God, memories.
God bless him.
Anyways, I don't even know how we got there just now.
Gigi Jackson though, that was nuts. That was nuts though.
Bro, I didn't even. I'm broken. I missed I missed that game.
Bro, he was doing everything.
Yo, it's like 2 games now. He's had like 2 games where he's gone 20 and plus. And we should because this happened against the Golden State Warriors, and for those that don't know, the Golden State Warriors game was canceled today against the Utah Jazz because last night in Utah, one of their assistant coaches had a heart attack and passed away today, so they canceled that game. So relax on like the Warriors talk, but it was like that TNT game on Martin Luther King Day was like Gigi Jackson, somebody named Jacob Gilyard, Santi Aldama, David Roddy, And then Jaren Jackson Jr. just like looking around, like, where did my NBA guys go? And they beat Golden State. It was just like the wildest thing. But Gigi Jackson, 19 years old, and I know we were like joking about the 45th overall pick. He was also the 45th pick. 45th pick, 19 years old, youngest guy in the league right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, talk about earning a paycheck in a couple of days. Like,
yeah, man, he did it.
Yeah.
Did it.
That's dope. 2 games in a row. Like, and this team is, I mean, their season is done. They're done. So it's all opportunities to step up. And he took it, man. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
I hope he keeps it going. I like it. Look, I love seeing young second rounders make something of themselves. We haven't seen that in Detroit, so I'll take it on the Grizzlies.
You know what I like? I like people that look like they're happy to be there. I don't like you remember that time when nobody and their mother knew who Cole Anthony was, and he hit like a buzzer beater. He was like, "Yeah, that's right, I'm here." But Gigi was like, "Yeah, Shaq, man, yeah, it's kind of cool." Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope success for him. But yo, that's insane though. But you know what wasn't insane? You know what was like pure beauty, almost like an art house film. That 41 that Joel Embiid gave Denver was it was just the finest plate at a Michelin star restaurant, boy. If I ever see Joel Embiid, I'm not gonna ask for a photo or nothing. I'm gonna just yell, "Yo, keep busting Joker's ass," because every time he play him, my man is going crazy. Come on.
Embiid has been nuts. I mean, so he had 41, 10, and 7, I think, in that game. And the 10 was assists, not rebounds.
Well, he was throwing dimes, too. It wasn't just like nice passes. He pump faked and then hit somebody with a corner three. Like, okay.
It's crazy, too. We do like a lot. We do like fantasy content on the So Rare channel that we have. And it's funny because when Embiid is out, you're like, oh, baby, Maxi's going to cook now because, like, there's no Embiid, so Maxi's going to take all the shots. And it's like, no, Maxi is even better when Embiid is out there because that two-man game, it's just like thunder and lightning between the two of them. You know, like, they dude is just, like, flying around. He's so fast. And then Embiid's just, like, throwing little BBs to him wherever he's at. And then if you stick to Maxi, Embiid's like, all right, man, I'll just take it myself. Like he's like impossible. If he gets the ball at the nail, like around the free throw line, it's like you can't defend it because he's either just going to hit the jumper. You don't have anybody that can defend that, or he's just going to run by you.
Yep.
He's so good.
That's my man. That's my man. The process, bro. You know I'm rocking with you. You feel me? I've been rocking with you since you posted a man at the funeral when they traded Ben Simmons. That's how I knew you was a real one.
He's fun.
I knew he was a real one.
You know what's kind of crazy though. So, and I know we'll talk about the midseason awards here in a second, but he can only miss 8 more games to qualify. And that this like might be the first time, like the very first time, obviously, because it's the first year. But to me, he's clearly like the guy right now, just with the numbers he's putting up. Like it's like undeniable. And the fact that the Sixers are as good as they are, even after like the Harden debacle, right? But like he might,
Just no slip off. They just kept.
They're better. They're better. They're straight up more fun to watch too. I was actually I was texting with my friend Priya about this the other day because she's a Sixers fan, and I totally I forgot that she was a Sixers fan, but Maxi is just like joyful. Like you watch him play basketball, it's like joyful basketball. And Philly has not had anything joyful. Shout out Jalen Hurts, like anything joyful. Especially in the basketball side of things. Like they've been winning regular season games, but none of it has been like, oh man, I can't wait to catch the Sixers game. But Maxi has seemed to have unlocked Embiid to a different level. And they're just way more fun. Like even Tobias Harris, I'm like, yeah, Toby, get those buckets, baby.
He's doing this thing. Even Kelly doing this thing.
Yeah.
Like everybody's doing this thing. Even like some of the like what Milton and all of them. Sometimes they might need to step up a little bit, Pat Bev and all of them. But like it's a good squad, and they're all happy to be playing with each other, and it shows.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you why Joel Embiid won't win the MVP. Do you know the city he plays in?
Yeah.
We don't get Nathan, bro. When have you ever heard one city, all of their teams have went to the finals, the last round of every sport, and lost? Did you guys know that? I'm dead ass serious. Last year,
Eagles, Phillies,
bro, Eagles, Phillies, soccer. Y'all didn't know about the soccer.
Oh, the
yes, Union got smacked
Union,
in the
that's right.
final. Yo, you think we're gonna get an MVP again? Motherfucker said, "Oh, voting fatigue. We might as well give it to Joel." And now they're like, "Well, if you want another one, you have to play games." Knowing my man never play games. My man always hurt, eating baconators, doing crazy shit. Like, come on, bro.
No, but if he plays the games, he's gonna win it right now.
for
Like
sure,
he's so good, man. And I have always thought obviously I'm like not an asshole. I thought he was good, but you know how I feel about the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic. But he's the guy right now. He is the guy. And I think
fun.
yeah, he's fun, man. And it really is because of not because of Maxey, but like I'm enjoying watching them because of Maxey. Like it's just
Maxey looked like a little Gilbert, boy. Like,
yeah,
it was crazy. Like the jump shot, going for it, the little fakes. It's like he's a 1, but he's really a 2, and it's so much fun. I'm happy. I'm happy for his new role. I think his role is fire, and I'm happy all the other bozos is not there to fuck up him. Yeah, and we like the same sandwich shop. So Maxey, you got great taste. Great taste.
It's funny too because everybody talks about like, oh, that lethal 2-man game of Jokic and Murray, which I think is a thing, right? Yes. Like I do think, but it's almost like it's similar, except if you gave Jokic steroids and Murray speed, right? Like, is that it's like because Embiid is like this like more physical presence than Jokic, and Maxey is just like woo, like he's just flying around over there.
And I feel like Jamal be making shots. It's like, yo, what the fuck? But Maxey makes the shots like, yeah, you should have made that. I'm happy you made that. You know what I'm saying?
He'll beat somebody off the dribble, like, and then at a nice, like, oh, he got himself open.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, Murray's kind of
doing work,
shifting his body in air and jumpers.
Maxey's got that feeling too that like every time he takes a jump shot, I imagine he lands and then takes another jump. You know what I mean? Like, and then like runs back.
That's the shit I be doing. That's what got me hot. That's what got me hot. I really be doing that.
That game was fun though. I mean, like that was I still think the Celtics are the best team in the East, and I mean I have no idea who the best team in the West is right now. Like Minnesota's good. The Clippers are awesome right now, which is scary. Like, but I would watch 7 games of the Nuggets and the Warriors. The Warriors, the Nuggets and the Sixers.
That's nasty work. I hope that does not happen.
You didn't like that game last night?
It was all right. I like I said, bro, I like Jamal Murray. I think Jamal Murray is so much fun to watch, but I think the supporting cast is like, what do white people say in the office? Not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's not like I think Michael Porter, like the way he plays basketball annoys me. So like, no, I'm not even trying to be a hater since I'm labeled a hater. I just think the way he plays basketball is wild. I mean, talk about like KCP. I don't like the aura, the energy, the play style of Braun. Is it Brown or Braun?
Brown. Oh, got Christian Brown. Yeah.
Oh, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Like, as a human.
You know who I think we'll hear more about in like 2 months is Peyton Watson. He's like the new Bruce Brown-ish type guy that comes off the bench for him. I think we'll hear more about him. And
he's big in the basketball like podcast space.
Yeah. Like he was on an episode. I think Paul George was the one who shouted him out like in the offseason. He was like, Peyton Watson is next. But he's starting to play more minutes. I think they're going to be fun. But yeah, I don't know. That game was great though. It was nice to get some good basketball last night between that one and the Clippers. Clippers who were like,
the Clippers. Look, I straight up just their games come on late or like I haven't seen them, but just the numbers are great. Like the numbers, they 14-2 or something. Their last couple. Kawhi and Paul George are playing. Harden has like good press coming out about how he ran pick and roll camps with the bigs.
Dude, every podcast has done a hit on this. Every single, I listen to too many basketball podcasts. Every single one is like, hey, you know, James Harden and Zubac hang out after practice and do pick and roll.
Yo, first of all, I thought my man Zubac was like some kind of European. He was talking like he's from Baltimore. That shit scared the shit out of me. Second, what impressed me the most about that game though, they had SGA on lock.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they was playing defense on SGA like he said some shit about their family. Like, because like every time we see SGA play, that shit look easy. he was working
He was
for
working.
all his points that game. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, Clippers might be a problem.
They're the
Clippers might be a problem.
They're the perfect team for that, though, because like they have long, exceptional wing defenders. Like we can throw Kawhi at you, we can throw Paul George at you. We
Exactly.
got dudes off the bench. Like they have the size, and Oklahoma City isn't a team that could beat them in a series.
No, I agree, man. I really do. You know what's crazy too? You know how the vibes are so good is that Russell Westbrook plays like 14 minutes a game and seems to be having the time of his life.
Is he though?
I think he is. He's banging on the audience.
Yeah, I did. I sent you guys that clip yesterday,
Bro,
right, or today.
that
That
little
was
dude-
insane.
That little dude was like, please hit me. I need money. Please hit me. I need money. I have the side seats at the Target Center. I need bread. Hit
That
me.
truly was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And for those that don't know, there's a clip that was going around. I forget who they were playing, but somebody in like the 12th row was being like, while they're warming up, was like, Russ, you stink. And Russ was like, hey, why don't you say that to my face? You're not going to say that to my face. And to give that fan some credit, he got up and he walked courtside and he respectfully said, Russell, you stink at basketball. Which I like, I think most people don't get up and do that. So not that I'm encouraging it, but I was surprised to see that was what happened.
Yo, to say that in a cat jersey is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Let's keep it real. That's crazy.
But I agree with you, man. They have so many defenders that they can throw at people. The one cool thing I'll say for the Thunder and watching that game last night, Jalen Williams seems like he can be somebody like in the fourth quarter where he's like, oh, you tired, SGA? I got this. Like he was hitting some like tough mid-range jumpers, like Jaylen Brown with a handle. That's kind of what it seemed like.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the whole team. I love the whole team. OKC. I'm not gonna lie, they will definitely get smoked by the Clippers in the playoff series. But the future, because my man Amish boy, yo, he is serious.
I think they could beat a lot of those teams, though. I just think I agree with you, though. The Clippers are like a brutal matchup for them.
You need a big man. You need like a proven big man to beat the Clippers, and Chet isn't there yet.
No, yeah, exactly.
He will be. He's trending that way, and I'm sure I'm going to mention him later. So,
ooh, is that a transition right there? We're doing some midseason awards.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got my shit on a notepad.
Let's go. So we're like halfway through the NBA season already, which is kind of crazy. We're like 40, 42 games, depending on what teams played what. So we figured we just like revisit. I don't know. What do we do? MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year. Did I miss any there?
Most improved.
Most improved. Yeah. Most
six
improved.
Six man.
Oh yeah, I missed a bunch. Okay.
I was gonna say I don't have anybody for six man because I don't know who technically qualifies.
I'll
let y'all go.
I'm not gonna lie, I did research, so I'm prepared today.
Okay.
On my JJ Redick, you feel me?
Oh, let's go. Old man in the 3. Check out 89 CAVS, please, and bring us on with the Dunker spot. All right, Steve, why don't you kick us off then? Where do you want to start?
So this is what I think the MVP is, and I hate when people do this on podcasts when they have multiple picks. Yeah. But I'm just gonna say this because I don't trust them playing the 8 games. So I'm gonna say, like, if the whole amount of games thing was not in the air, I'm gonna say the process.
Yeah.
But I don't trust him to play those games. So I think it gotta be SGA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with SGA.
I like that. I mean, if you think they're gonna finish like top 4.
I think they're definitely gonna be top 4. I think they might be third. They might be second, but I do think what he's doing with the team is very impressive, and I think people are like now seeing it because I've seen like people saying like he might be better than Luka and he might be better than this. So I think like he's definitely got his foot in the door, and I think he should win it. If it's not Embiid, it should be SGA.
I know he's the cool pick. Like I love SGA. I'd be fine with that. Justin, who do you have?
I have Embiid. I pretty much have the same logic too. Like I think if Embiid doesn't qualify, you fall back to SGA. But Embiid is like if you took just 10 years ago, showed somebody Embiid's stat line, you'd be like, what's happening in the NBA? How's the man averaging like 35, 12, 6, right, shooting 30, a center shooting 37% from 3? Like, what is going on?
What happened?
It's insane what he's able to do on the court. And my God, please do this in the playoffs, my man.
bro. This year he got it. I promise you. This year he got it.
At least the conference finals. Like I at least need. You can't get bounced by Miami in the second round.
I'm telling y'all right now, the 76ers will be playing the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I'm fine with that. I would love that.
They will smoke the shit out of Milwaukee.
I mean, listen, I love that we're all anti-Milwaukee right now.
bro. My whole thing, bro, I don't know if we got time for it, but Giannis really bitching and you second place.
Dude,
you understand what that's wild, bro.
He's getting away with a lot. He's kind of coming out saying some wild stuff.
If I was Dame, I would be like, bro,
chill.
Yeah.
He's got I said this a couple weeks ago. I don't think on this show. He's got some real Pat Mahomes energy right now, and I don't like it. It's just like, hey, everything's fine, man. You got a Disney show. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Like, just I know you got bounced in the first round. You picked your coach. You picked your teammate. You got rid of Drew Holiday. Shut the fuck up. Like, what are you mad about?
Bum ass brother playing crazy. His brother got to do a line and an addy before he plays.
Are you referring to that?
Have you seen it?
The highlight reel?
Bro, he look crazy, bro.
I thought there's a great clip after Dame hits that game winner against the Bucks where everyone's going Dame down and he's like and they cropped him out. It's hilarious. All right. I am with all of you that I think Embiid is the MVP if he plays the right amount of games. But if he doesn't, I actually think we're going to see a big surge in like the next month or so. Jason Tatum for MVP. I think the Celtics are going to extend their lead as the best team in the East. And like Tatum quietly has been putting up wild numbers the last like month or so. He's like shooting crazy from three. He's rebounding the ball a ton. He's doing a little bit of everything. And I think if we see like Embiid doesn't play enough games, you're going to be like, oh, well, the Thunder are the 4 seed. Yeah, that's a nice story. Jokic and the Nuggets are like the 2 or the 3 seed. Like they're still good, whatever, but it's not the same. And they were going to be like, holy shit, the Celtics won, like 60 games or whatever. I could see them giving it to Tatum. So that'll be my second pick. But if Embiid plays the right amount of games, Embiid's crazy. I can't even. I would love to hate on Embiid. I can't do it.
I know we got to go. Real quick, it's wild Tatum isn't higher.
I know.
He's a blue blood pick. He's the best player on the best team. I feel like there's a little bit of fatigue on the Celtics.
It's a Subway commercial, man. Subway commercial so bad.
Y'all love that Subway commercial. I think y'all be bugging with that. But what I think personally is the team. It's more of a team. I think what's impressive is the lineup, lineup and how they're playing and how selfless they are. So I think because of that, it's not as impressive as SGA getting 32, 6 and 5, Embiid doing crazy shit. So they're like, oh, the Celtics are just like one unit. So that's why I think certain people don't want to give him the MVP, but it's well deserved. It's well deserved.
One other name too, just to throw it out there, that doesn't deserve to win it, but if this team was any good, would be in the conversation. Anthony Davis is playing crazy.
He's crazy.
He's been crazy. so good. He's not missing any games. He's like 25 and 12 with like a couple blocks every game. He's been awesome, but that team sucks. So it's not happening.
That's so bad.
They're bad. I know we didn't end up talking about the Utah Jazz, but like they're behind the Jazz, and like the Jazz whooped them like last week. So
for real.
Yeah. All right, that was good. Well, I don't know what award do you want to do next.
I'm gonna do the Rookie of the Year. I think the Rookie of the Year is between two people, but I think one dude's gonna just like. He got it by a landslide, bro. He's out there, bro. Chet is crazy. Chet is crazy. And I hate the whole narrative of like, oh, but he got pieces and, oh, my man was not really a rookie. First of all, he ain't played no fucking games. That's one. Two, it's like what he's doing is still impressive. And I bet if he didn't have SGA, he'll still be putting that shit up. Put him on Magic, whatever, bro. Put him on whatever. I think he's going to go out there, hustle, shoot, block, dunk. Chet is crazy. Chet is crazy. I didn't think I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna be ass. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I thought he was gonna be ass. Shout out Chet. My bad.
So financially, I really hope it's Chet. I really do.
Somebody got some money on this.
I bet on Chet in July when he was plus like 850. So I would love for it to be Chet. And I think it still is, but dude, Wemby. All of a sudden, Wemby, like in this game on Monday, they just like 0 points in the first half. Coach Pop was so pissed. He was like, I'm not even going to start you. and then he puts up 26 and 10 in the second half. He's playing like 20 minutes a game, putting up the same numbers. It's crazy. But I think it's Chet. I think it has to be Chet.
You're going to get your money. Wemby, no disrespect to Wemby. Wemby's like if a 7-year-old picked up 2K and made a player. Like, Wemby's crazy. He's crazy, but it's like, yo, Chet is doing insane.
Yeah, I agree.
Wemby's a rookie averaging 20, 10, and 3 blocks.
Yo, the block, yo. We're going to get to the blocks. The blocks, I was like, yo, I thought I read that shit wrong. I'm dead.
And he's not playing a lot. He's playing like 20 minutes a game.
Crazy. That's insane. Yo, it's crazy, bro.
I gotta give props to how good he's playing, but I'm taking Chet as well. Chet's playing just at a high level and on a better team.
I just want to give you guys a quick update here on something real quick. So Giannis isn't playing tonight. I just want to show you guys something.
Oh my god!
It is 20-2. The Cavs are up 20-2. I love this. See, all these guys are minus 18.
Nah. That's crazy. Yo, just so y'all know, Garland made of glass. I don't know where the fuck he at in Cleveland. Evan Mobley got a cast on his leg, and they still cooking him. Nah. Milwaukee, this is why Philadelphia go to the Eastern Conference fucking Finals. Yo, I'm telling you.
20-2 is crazy.
I just want you to know, if we're looking at the scores, the guy who couldn't play, Jaden Ivey, has 11 points in 12 minutes against the team with the best record in the West. So,
because Monty be high.
Because Monty's finally playing. Anyway, but yeah, I'm taking Chet. Also, I hope the Chet Rookie of the Year pisses off Wemby, and we get a battle between those two for their careers. I want both of them to flirt.
I love that.
Wemby got a slap box my man from Poland, Vassell, Johnson. He got a slap box the niggas he playing with before he slap box Chet because they not fucking with him, bro. I've never seen it. Yo, that shit look terrible. Yo, they don't want to pass him the rock. They don't.
They need a guard. They need a point guard,
bro,
man.
He'll do a pick, roll, and they'll be dribbling still, dog. Have you seen shit like that before? I've never seen that before.
Did you hear Trae Young call it out in a post game interview? Trae Young said like, "Oh no, he's a great player. I feel bad for him. They miss him a lot, but he's usually cutting and open." And just casually, he mentioned that.
I read that as Trae was like, "Yeah, I'd get traded to San Antonio."
Yo, bro, he got like what 11 dimes, 10 dimes. That should go be crazy if you go to San Antonio.
That would actually be fire.
I think I could get 5 dimes a game if I played 20 minutes with Wemby. You just throw it up. He'll go get it.
Yeah,
man.
Any screen, dog. Any screen. I'm just immediately throwing it towards her.
Done.
Yo, but talk about Wemby. For the defensive player of the year, that's who I got. I think, yes, because there's only really 2 motherfuckers that's going to be able to win it. And that's Rudy Gobert doing his thing defensively. Yeah. Scoring, sure, it's ass, but defensively, he is holding it down in Minnesota. But I think just because they're not going to give, like, Wemby the rookie of the year, they're going to want, like, to give him something just to build a buzz around him. And 3 blocks as a rookie in that limited of minutes, that's impressive. Like, so I'm going to go with, I want Wemby to win it, but I think most of the NBA media has to give it to Rudy Gobert because he's locking the motherfuckers up over there.
Yeah. As the NBA media, I'm going to give it to Rudy Gobert.
He's crazy.
Yeah. I think this is the Rudy Renaissance. I think we like Rudy again.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
He's not touching microphones. Rudy's back, baby. I agree, though. I think it's either those. It's like Rudy, Wemby, Jaren Jackson Jr. No one's going to talk about anymore. It's not going to go to a guard. You could throw AD in there because he's been getting a ton of blocks, but I'm going Rudy.
I think Anthony Davis has a shot at it. He'd be my pick. I also think Rudy Gobert might not get it because he's won it so much, and people are like, "Is he really that good overall?" Which is unfair.
Yeah.
No, it's unfair, but I think him winning it a bunch might come against them because he's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, 3. Yeah.
But he's great. This is one of those awards. I actually don't know. I typically when there's a crowded field defensive player, I have no idea like what it actually it like comes down to. I think it's just who they like the most. So
Yeah, because Marcus Smart won that motherfucker, and I don't remember him doing any crazy lockdown defense like that. No. I fuck with Marcus Smart, but I don't remember him doing like Ron Artest, Gary Payton like S defense. I'm like, yo, okay, I guess.
I know that was tough because we basically were like, he's the second best defender on the Celtics, but he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Shit's crazy.
Like Time Lord was the best defensive player on that team.
yeah. All right. I know you got to get out of here. You want to speed through the next?
What do we got? Coach of the year? Most improved.
Most improved. Yo, most improved. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. First of all, don't say Maxey and put dirt on my man's name. My man been nice. But you know who we didn't know about until this year? My man Sengun. Sengun is balling. Sengun is doing his things to the fact that he might get in the All-Star game. You got to give it a Sengun, boy.
That's a good one. I like the Sengun call's good. I like that.
Absolutely, Sengun. For me, it was like that was the first person I thought of. Look, man, I saw him make James Wiseman look like a child.
He's crazy, man. He's litty. He's popping.
I feel bad. I'm going to give us a different name, and I don't think you guys will agree with this, but I'm going to throw Duncan Robinson into the ring there. I think Duncan Robinson basically was out the league last year. Like Spoelstra was like, I'm not playing you anymore. And this year he's been awesome for them. He's started, he's come off the bench, like he's done a little bit of everything. He's knocking down threes, a little bit more versatile. So I like him. You know what? Shout out Adam Stubbs in the chat. Jalen Johnson for Atlanta is another good one. Jalen Johnson has been like he's second best player on the Hawks. Like that's a good call too. But yeah, I just wanted to give Duncan Robinson some love. I think Sengun is the guy.
Shout out to Duncan Robinson for at some point during the playoffs realizing, I'll play in the NBA if I dribble, and then it's just working every time.
Yep.
He's like he puts it on the floor often and gets to the rim.
Yeah.
Which
is good because it's making what he did to the Celtics look a little less bad now. Because when it first happened to the Celtics in the playoffs, you're like, come on, man.
I feel like
wait, what's happening?
All right, what we got? 6 man or coach? What do you want to do next?
Let's save coach for last because it's more sexy. In 6 man, this is when I had to do my research because the person I thought I was gonna give it to wasn't scoring as much points or even shooting at a better percentage than my man. And I see my man go crazy last game against the Pelicans. And my man shit was just dropping. And I ain't gonna lie, that jump shot is pure. Tim Hardaway Jr., give that man the 6 man award. Come on, bro. Tim Hardaway Jr. going crazy. 38%? I like that.
That's a great call. I love Tim Hardaway Jr. He's been awesome. This is a stupid pick. I'm so sorry. Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen has been like the second best Phoenix Sun.
Yo, Grayson Allen been balling.
Yeah,
for real. He's been doing his thing, Justin. For real.
I don't know. The Suns had the gall to put out a post today that was kind of like, we're listening to trade offers for Grayson Allen. We're trying to package up Grayson Allen and Eric Gordon to get somebody better. I'm like, get somebody better. Grayson Allen last night had 3 blocks.
You see what I'm saying, Justin? He's doing shit that he just playing hard. He's just like, I guess I'm here right now, so I gotta give him my that's the way he's doing right now.
And he hasn't bit anyone or like kicked anyone. He hasn't done anything weird.
All respect. Also getting dapped up by Emma Stone at the game. So let's go, Grayson Allen.
He dapped up Emma Stone?
There we go. It's royalty.
Yeah, that's Arizona royalty for real.
I know. I wish we had another half an hour just to talk about the Emmys.
My bro, I would have been crazy. Next time.
Look, I didn't research, but I'll just take Tim Hardaway Jr. because he went to Michigan. Go Blue.
Hell yeah. Now the last one, coach of the year. Okay, this is gonna be a hot take. I don't want my man's coach of Minnesota to win. Let's not do that. Let's not think about that. That's not happening. His veto is canceled. Okay.
All right.
Give it to my man, Marky D. You feel me? AKA Mark Lightning, AKA Mr. I just turned OKC around. He gotta win it, bro. Second place last year. Come on. And they're in the same position as the Kings this year. If you gave that shit to Mike Brown, give it to my man Mark. Come on.
I like it. That is a good call. I mean, it's going to be hard to pick anybody else. Who do you have, Justin?
Monty will no.
Come on.
Yo, let's get it, Monty. Let's
No,
get it, bro.
You know what? I actually like the Thunder coach as well. I think Minnesota has a lot of talent and they're using it right. So I could see Chris Finch winning it, but I don't think anybody expected or not a lot of people expected the Thunder to be one of the best teams in the West. So shout out.
You know who did? Fucking this guy.
That's a fact,
you know, I think it's gonna be him too. But just to throw like two, one thing I wanted to make fun of. I love that no matter how many games the Celtics win, everyone's like, you know who still sucks? Joe Mazzulla. Like it doesn't matter how many games they win, nobody will be like he's a good coach. Honestly, probably rightfully so. But I wanted to give Will Hardy, dude, Utah Jazz.
Yes.
Man. He looks like he's Walker Kessler's like younger brother. They're 14-2 in their last 16, I think it is. That's crazy. They've beaten the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the Lakers. They just like beat everybody in front of them. I like honestly don't know what they're gonna do at the trade deadline. They're supposed to trade people, but I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Danny Ainge, I love you, bro. Don't do that. The running gun with a little bit of defense is going a long way. They're basically the Pacers with defense. That's all they're doing. Yeah.
And what's crazy is I think they can still trade Jordan Clarkson or like Kelly Olynyk and still be good.
For sure.
They got that many dudes. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think Clarkson is probably the most likely to go.
Yeah.
At this point, if they make a deal.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. There we go. Did we hit it? We hit most of the awards?
Hell yeah. All of them. All the ones that matter. We don't need clutch player and aka and yada yada.
We gotta, man. That's not a real award. I know it's a real award, but we were just making something up.
Yeah, making nonsense up, bro. Like, come on.
No, they were just trying to. That sounds like the in-season tournament of awards, where they were like, maybe Amazon will buy this. Like, maybe we can get Amazon to sponsor this award. Oh, this is good. It was good to be back. Apologies to Jason Mantzoukas. You didn't deserve that drive-by. Nothing but love for Zooks.
And if somehow that doesn't make it into the recording, I wouldn't be mad.
All right, he ain't got no ops. I don't give a fuck.
But hey, he's very famously offline. But it couldn't hurt to do a little editing before I put this one up. Because I did mean it from a place of fun, and it came out it came out giddy like. So we got to take it out. We got to take it out.
All right, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here, man.
All right, Steve, get us out.
Man, y'all just listened to 89 Cavs, the best basketball podcast in the world. This is Mike. That's Justin. May all your endeavors go well, and may all your jump shots be wet like water. Stay up like a hard dick. You heard me.